Hi guys, this is Ankita and today we're going to be talking about the famous Makiage foundation. Is it good? Is it bad? Do we love it? Do we hate it? Basically, is it worth the hype? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to be reviewing the Makiage foundation. So let's jump right into it. As always, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up if you do like it. Also, do follow me on Instagram if you don't already. I do a lot of mini tutorials and tips and tricks and things like that on there. This is my handle right here. And now let's start. So starting off with the packaging, this is the box that the foundation comes in. It is quite nice, quite sleek, white and black. Once you open this up though, this is what the foundation bottle looks like. This is the glass bottle right here that the foundation comes in. Also at first look, you'll be able to tell that it's looking a little untidy, little messed up and a little used, and that is because this foundation had leaked all over the entire bottle when I had received it. So it's basically really screwed, and that apparently is very common with these foundations. They just come like this, and I don't know why the hell they're not fixing this problem. But anyways, coming back to this foundation, so it's about a 30 ml packaging, nice sleek glass bottle. I like that it comes with a pump. It's really easy that way. Moving on, I'm sure all of you know this, but just very quickly, there is a way that you can test this foundation without actually being charged or paying for this foundation for 14 days. You still have to put your credit card details in, but they just don't charge you for 14 days, and then you have the option to return it, obviously free of charge. And the way that you can pick your shade is you can go on their website. They have this quiz that you can take for your perfect shade. Honestly, it's quite lengthy. It felt more like a survey than it did a quiz, and basically that at the end of the quiz it tells you what your perfect shade is. So they have 50 shades of this foundation. I am in the shade 135, but when I took the quiz, they told me that my perfect shade was 105, which would have been way too light for me. I mean, 135 has worked pretty well. You'll see that in the demo, but basically the quiz didn't work for me. It was a wrong shade. I looked at a million swatches online, a lot of videos just to find my perfect shade, and it kind of fell around 135. Also, just a side note, all of my shades for other common foundations like the MAC or the Huda or the Fenty, all of those foundations are going to be in the description box below. So if you are similar to my shade, then this shade might end up working for you. So this retails for about $45 USD, which is the price of a higher end foundation. $45 is quite a steep price, so what you're getting in that better be a really good product. Now getting into the technicalities a little bit, this foundation is medium to buildable coverage, definitely not full coverage. It has vitamin E and hyaluronic acid built in it, which should be great for people with normal to dry skin. So that is all the technical aspect of this foundation. Now let's get into the demo and see how it fares directly on the skin. Okay, so starting off with the demo, I have nothing but moisturizer on my face right now, and I usually do wear a pore filling primer, but today I'm going to apply this as it is. I want you to see what it looks like, how it sits on the skin without anything under. So I'm going to take about 2 pumps of the foundation on a beauty blender and start to apply it on one side of my face. So this actually does have a very, very, very strong smell. So if you are averse to fragrances, that might be a point to consider because the smell is very strong. It's very chemically strong. It's just... So this shade is actually a little lighter for me. It would work for me really well in the winter months, but I think right now, as you can tell, it is a little lighter for me. I have been going out quite a bit, so I have tanned on my face obviously, but definitely a little lighter for me right now. So that was 2 pumps and it hasn't even covered my forehead yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just apply some of that, about half a pump more on this part of my forehead. So I'm just applying half just to kind of see the difference. Okay, so looking at it up close, it is definitely medium coverage. It can definitely be built more in this area. But otherwise all of this redness that I do have on my skin is it has covered it quite well. Dark circles, of course not. I always do need extra concealer for that, but overall it feels really lightweight. I honestly don't feel like I'm wearing foundation at all. And by and large, when I'm looking at myself on the screen, it has given this side of my face a very seamless look compared to this side, which is quite good. But actually it needs a lot more coverage in this area right here, and it says it is a buildable foundation, so I am going to try and build it and see if it still feels as lightweight as it does right now. So that's about just half a pump, and even that I'm just going to kind of take some off on my hand and try and build right around here. So it is a little bit better, but I still will need concealer to hide kind of all of this darkness right here. The foundation alone is not going to just do that. And now just looking at it head on, honestly, it does feel like skin. It does not feel like I'm wearing foundation. It doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation, which is great for the daytime. I just want to see how long it wears, because I've only ever worn this foundation for about 2 or 3 hours and then taken it off. Today I'm going to be wearing it all day, which is about 8 hours, and I want to see how it holds up. I will do a check-in at the end of the day for this one. So now for the rest of my face, I'm going to be using a brush to apply this foundation. Again, starting off with just 2 pumps and just applying that. So it's definitely a lighter application with the brush as compared to the blender. As you can see, this one is a lot more full coverage and seamless as compared to this side. What I definitely want to highlight about this product is that I really don't feel like I'm wearing any foundation. I really don't feel like I'm wearing anything at all on my face, which is fantastic. So what I'm gonna do now is just finish the rest of my face. That will even give the foundation some time to settle into my skin, and be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I tried not to do a lot. I have just done something super basic. I did set my face, but I only set where I applied my concealer and not in this area right here where I applied only the foundation. And something very interesting has happened. So if you just come up close and see all of this area right here and all of this right here, like my laugh lines over here, all of this, I usually do apply concealer on this part of my face, always do, and honestly it never cracks up so bad. So I don't know what this is. Basically the driest area of my face after my under eyes, and this foundation has dried so matte it is almost enhancing the texture on my face. I guess I'll do my next check-in at the end of the day to see how it's wearing on the rest of my face. I do have an oily T-zone, like I mentioned, and on there right now it seems quite settled. It seems quite fine. I just want to see as the day progresses what happens to this foundation. Okay, so this is really up close, but I just wanted to do this. This is what the foundation is looking like 2 hours later in natural lighting. I have started to become a little oily on my T-zone and just around. That's because I'm not wearing any primer, but overall I think the foundation has kind of started to crack up around my mouth and around all of this, and the texture has started to show on my face, which... Hi guys, I'm back. So it is day end. It is about 11 p.m. right now, and when I had put on the makeup it was about 3 p.m. So let's take a look at this foundation. Why don't you come up close? Okay, so definitely the oil has seeped through my skin. It dried matte, but about 2 hours in we saw that my natural oils had kind of seeped through, and it did nothing for oil control. As far as the actual foundation on my face goes, all of this area right here around my mouth, right here, and on my nose, all of this right here on the sides of my nose, the foundation is broken down over there, and there are patches of it that have disappeared. I don't know if the camera is catching this, but like in the creases right here, it's all broken up, and it's really patchy. and right around this area as well, on both sides of my nose, like right this area right here. In places, especially on this side, the foundation has broken up. Overall though, when you're looking at it from a distance, plus with all of the lights and everything, it doesn't look too bad, but it has creased quite badly on my skin, and all of that oil is coming through in so many ways I can't even. I have not touched up my foundation or powdered my face at all after my initial application. Also on my skin, I have started to feel like, oh my god, there is something on my face, and I'm waiting to get out of this. So overall thoughts on the foundation, I mean, it's a good foundation, definitely super lightweight, love that about this. Just I don't think it's gonna make it to my top 5 list even, or to my top foundations, just because I mean I can wear it. I hated how it looked when it dried after I did all of my makeup, and the way it dried matte, I hated that. I mean, it took like an hour to an hour and a half till it kind of blended with my natural oils and just started to look natural. So yeah, definitely not making my top foundation list, and I would especially not recommend this foundation for people with dry skin. Overall, I just don't think it is worth the hype that is created around this foundation. I have so many other foundations, drugstore and high-end, that have fared a lot better than this one. So yeah, it's a good foundation, not a great foundation in my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.